Pullman tonight after a 19-year-old student was found dead in a dorm room earlier this week. The cause of death has yet to be released. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk reports from campus tonight.
We're outside Parham Hall. This is where that 19-year-old student was found dead in his dorm room over the weekend. WSU police are still investigating, and while they do not suspect foul play, they're still waiting on official results from the medical examiner. It was 1:34 in the afternoon Sunday when Pullman paramedics received this call.
Paging Pullman ambulance for an unattended death, 624 Northeast Cougar Way, Parham Hall 613.
They found 19-year-old Luke Tyler unresponsive in a dorm room. Paramedics unable to revive him.
Pullman fire units, we are attempting CPR at this time.
Tributes are pouring out for the WSU student, friends describing him as kind and sincere, the life of the group. WSU police are investigating the death, and Chief Gary Jenkins tells KREM 2 at this point they do not suspect foul play and have not applied for a search warrant for the 19-year-old's dorm room and personal belongings. We don't know who discovered the body or called 911. While there's been speculation online about what led up to Tyler's death, WSU spokesperson Phil Weiler said, quote, "I would caution the public against speculation at this point in the investigation. The facts in this case are still being gathered. It could be several weeks before the coroner's office determines the cause and manner of death." Pullman Chancellor Elizabeth Chilton sent a message to students saying she understands that during trying times a lack of information often leads to confusion and questions. But she also urged people to avoid speculation and said the loss of a member of our Cougar family creates a tremendous loss for all of us. A GoFundMe set up to help with funeral expenses has already raised several $1,000s. In Pullman, Kyle Simchuk.
In your mind that hazing contributed to your son's death?
No. We believe the rituals that were part of this fraternity had dangerous components that contributed to his adverse mental and physical health.
In August, John and Colleen Tyler dropped their son Luke off at WSU to kick off his college career. He couldn't wait to be a Coug and a Theta Chi fraternity member. That's him outside the house under the flag last summer. 5 months later, this 19-year-old died by suicide. The coroner found a toxic mix of alcohol and Wellbutrin, a commonly used antidepressant, in his system.
Every day is a new day to just realize he's gone again. And suicide was the furthest thing from our mind.
The Tylers say suicide was unthinkable. Luke had never shown any signs of depression, no indication of mental health issues whatsoever.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't understand why. The family was full of love, direction. It was, when I heard that, it didn't make any sense.
Luke's parents say they didn't send a troubled teenager off to school, but a young man full of life and hope, a dedicated family member who loved boating, teaching sailing to little kids, travel, adventure, and sports.
Go, Luke! Go, Luke!
That's him, number 21, playing lacrosse.
Oh yeah, Luke!
Luke was also a nutrition and fitness buff. He even entered a bodybuilding competition and won it. The Tylers say this was the picture of their son, a freshman just starting out with goals, friends, and support.
It's just such a dichotomy between the bright, healthy young man that we sent to WSU and in a very, very short amount of time, him having, depression or needing antidepressants and then taking his life that way. It doesn't make sense.
After his death, the parents say they found out Luke had kept a troubling part of college from them. At least 6 friends came forward saying he was struggling with hazing at the fraternity.
What he expressed to his friends was that it wasn't what he thought it was, and that it did push him to his breaking point.
A few of those friends started this petition, urging the school to shut down.
In a very, very short amount of time, him having, depression or needing antidepressants and then taking his life that way, it doesn't make sense.
After his death, the parents say they found out Luke had kept a troubling part of college from them. At least 6 friends came forward saying he was struggling with hazing at the fraternity.
What he expressed to his friends was that it wasn't what he thought it was, and that it did push him to his breaking point.
A few of those friends started this petition, urging the school to shut down Theta Chi because they said Luke's death followed a long and cruel pledging process.
We are so disappointed in Theta Chi. They should have known better. They should have done better.
The Tylers say fraternities at WSU should know better than anyone. Just 3 years ago, 19-year-old Sam Martinez of Bellevue died at Wazoo from acute alcohol poisoning. It happened after a night of hazing at the Alpha Tau Omega House, just a few short blocks from Theta Chi. That tragedy led to new policies and training on campus and a sense of security for Luke's family.
I thought you said that you felt like it would even be one of the safest places to be.
I did. I really, when you think about it, it's like after Sam died, I would expect that the school, the Greek system, would be implementing stronger policies. We trusted WSU, we trusted the Greek system with our son.
Just this week, the university announced they're investigating Theta Chi for allegations of hazing, providing alcohol to minors, and reckless endangerment. And they said, if we determine hazing has occurred, we'll hold people and groups accountable for their actions. The Theta Chi National Fraternity sent us a statement saying they're deeply saddened by Luke's death, and they expect all Theta Chi members to cooperate with authorities.
We do want answers. We want the truth.
Luke's parents say they hope their son's death is more important than the Greek culture of secrecy, and that people who know what really happened come forward.
We lost our son. So I think if there's anything, they might want to try to figure this out for the other kids.
We don't want anyone else to feel the pain that we are feeling. Something has to change. Something has to stop.
May these young men rest in peace. This is awareness of the Greek lifestyles, hazing, alcohol poisoning. It's heartbreaking. These are young men that their parents sent to college to get an education. But where's the boundaries? Where does it stop?
News at 4 begins now.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us on Creme 2 News First at 4. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It is good to have you with us. I'm Tom Sherry. Well, the Wazoo Creek system has halted all events for the remainder of the semester. This all follows the death of a 19-year-old student.
Samuel Martinez of Bellevue was found unconscious and not breathing at the Alpha Tau Omega fraternity Monday morning. Reportedly, the police department said there was no reason to suspect hazing at this time. His cause of death is still under investigation, and a reporter from our Seattle sister station spoke with a teacher who has known Martinez since the 2nd grade. Doris Donovan says she knew Sam was special the day he first walked into her school.
He wasn't the kind of kid that was a partier, drinking. He was just an all-around good kid.
Donovan says, as a mom, this should be a warning to parents everywhere. She says if something like this can happen to Sam Martinez, it can happen to anyone.
The Pullman Police Department said Martinez was found at around 8:30 yesterday morning. The police department is investigating the death in cooperation with the university and the ATO fraternity. So coming up in our 5 o'clock broadcast, we'll hear from WSU students and how they hope the community can make a change after this tragedy.
Sam was only 19 years old. He died in 2019 of hazing. He was allegedly forced to drink alcohol that was 5 times the legal limit. Obviously that was illegal because a 19 years old is not supposed to be drinking hardcore liquor. But that happened through his fraternity, and the investigation was still going on. There are so many young boys and girls dying of alcohol poisoning, different kind of challenges they've been basically made to do through the fraternities just to be accepted. May he rest in peace.
University could have prevented the death of your son.
Absolutely.
In the summer of 2019, Sam Martinez, the son of Hector Martinez and Jolene Houts, went off to WSU and joined the fraternity Alpha Tau Omega, or ATO. 3 months later, this 19-year-old freshman, brimming with promise, was dead.
I got a phone call.
Hector got a notification at work.
I knew, something was happening bad.
Sam's parents rushed home to find police waiting with the news.
Your son is dead. From there, it's like, it's nothing to imagine. Till you suffer it yourself.
The morning of November 12th, 2019, Pullman police responded to the ATO house to find Sam lying on his stomach on the basement floor, unresponsive. The night before, ATO held its annual party where new members find out the identity of their big brother. Sam shot this video hours before his death. You can hear an upperclassman encouraging a freshman to down a shot. Police found Sam's big brother gave him and his buddy in the red jersey a half-gallon of rum, the equivalent of 40 shots, to split between the two. The coroner said Sam died around 4:30 in the morning from acute alcohol poisoning. Investigations by police in Wazoo concluded the events leading to Sam's death constituted illegal hazing.
He died alone. And I sometimes, in dark moments, I wonder, did he wonder where I was? Did he wonder where we were? It's agonizing to think that he didn't have somebody with him in that moment of passage.
Before Sam headed off to the Pullman campus, he and his parents read about the benefits of choosing fraternity life. It was all spelled out on the school's official website. A home away from home, academics, a pillar of fraternity life, leadership opportunities, and a commitment to community service.
We were all excited. We were just on top of the world,
But there was a lot university officials didn't include on that website. When Sam went off to school, there was absolutely no mention of Wazoo's own documented history of a dangerous culture at ATO and throughout the Greek system. That includes, in 2013, the WSU Conduct Board found ATO broke hazing, reckless endangerment, and alcohol laws. After pledges were made to clean up raw sewage, they were also forced to drink alcohol. In 2015, the school got a complaint new ATO members may have been forced to drink, resulting in one pledge getting injured.
We know that now. We had no way to know it then. But WSU knew it. They knew it, dating back to at least 2013. That ATO was a bad actor.
And did they have a duty to share that with you?
You bet.
And there's more. In 2017, the mother of an ATO pledge filed a complaint with the school saying her son was forced to drink large quantities of alcohol and withstood aggressive hazing and emotional abuse. She included photos she described as new members forced to stand in toilets and a freshman getting tackled to the ground. And in 2018, the year before Sam died, complaints of hazing led ATO to expel nearly half of its members. Records show WSU officials were well aware of the ATO investigation.
We were blindsided. We just didn't know all of this. If we'd known a tiny fraction of it, I think Sam would still be alive.
WSU declined to speak with us, citing ongoing litigation with the Martinez family. But in court records, administrators wrote they had no duty to protect Sam because the illegal conduct occurred off campus, and that the school's relationship with ATO is to support and advise, not to control and manage. But university records show WSU has the power to sanction and even shut down fraternities who violate policies and laws. The university can remove official school recognition, and without that, a fraternity can't recruit new members or survive.
In this instance, they knew exactly about ATO and ATO's own history.
Seattle attorney Becky Rowe represents Sam's parents. She says WSU blew it by not holding ATO to account despite the university's zero-tolerance hazing policy. In that 2013 investigation involving cleaning up sewage and alcohol abuse, the Conduct Office did bring down the hammer and issued ATO a loss of recognition for a year. It didn't stick. The university president reduced the punishment to 8 months probation.
What does that say to everybody in the whole system? It says at the end of the day, you simply aren't going to be held accountable. And that was a really important and a terrible message that was sent to everybody.
It's been 2.5 years since the Martinez family lost their only son, a soccer star known as a loyal friend, the boy with a megawatt smile whose life ended by hazing.
It's inexplicable to me. Why are we still talking about hazing? Can't we just agree that it's long past time for everyone to do their part, including Washington State University, to stop it in its tracks?
Things should be getting better. A new law just passed called Sam's Law that mandates that WSU and every other college in the state of Washington must post incidents of hazing on their school websites. So now parents and students will be getting the detailed information that the Martinez family did not have. Sam's parents sued Wazoo. The case was dismissed last month, but they're not giving up. They are appealing.
This is sad. This family lost their only son, the 19-year-old son, due to the Greek lifestyle. And the misconduct of the university and the fraternities. May he rest in peace. May they all rest in peace. And I wonder, how much other cases have been hidden? The same goes for Atto Moscow University. What happened on the 12th to the 13th of November in the Sigma Chi fraternity? Xana and Eaton and Bethany Funk were there. How come the police was asking for information of the whereabouts? There were at least 50 people, if not more, in the party. Did something happen to them? Were they attacked? Or was somebody waiting for them at home? There was a fight at the Sigma Chi or the Sigma Chi that night. I've been saying this for over 4 months. David, Lodge, and Pete allegedly had a fight with the couple, Eaton and Xana. How violent did it get? What were all the people watching on their phones, in the band field, body cam, at the grub truck? People were actually calling Xana's name. Didn't The police tell us in the beginning that Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk were sleeping downstairs in the first floor. 6 weeks later, we find out that Dylan was sleeping in the second floor. That means she was sharing the toilet and the second floor with Xana. Why did Xana want to change her locks? Why did Xana ask her father to come and fix her locks? Was there something going on in the house? I wonder what the relationship was with the roommates. Although this was a Spider-Man mask, I believe that Ethan is wearing. Pay attention to all these students. They have different kind of mask on. There was a lot of partying going on in this house. May Xana rest in peace. I believe it was somebody who knew the residents in the house, the 4 victims or the 2 surviving roommates. Many people had the code of this house. So if there was a fight in the Sigma Chi, did they come after Ethan and Xana? Let's not forget the 4chan article that I keep talking about is important because there were 3 targets they mentioned. And it really bothers me that there were 4 figures or 5 figures running at that time. They were running clearly from King's Road down to the Sigma Chi. Were they investigated? Was Saeed's phone investigated? Was Jovito's phone investigated? And all the people in the grub truck? Why was the Sigma Chi under the microscope? What was really happening in this house? Could it be possible that the surviving roommates left the door open on purpose? Did Xana really order a delivery? Her father said that she ordered food at midnight, so why would she need to order food at 4 a.m.? It was a party house, we have to be honest. So many people have entered this house, maybe stayed over, so they know the layouts of the house. There was always different people in the house, males and females. I wonder what Bethany Funk saw that night at the Sigma Chi fraternity party, and even at the house. What did she hear? Because she and Dylan was clearly texting each other. I don't believe they were in a state of shock. It took 8 hours for them to call the police. What was going on? Was there cleanup? Was this staged? Allegedly? Didn't they smell the blood? We're talking about 4 victims. Trigger warning. Rest in peace to the 4 victims, condolence to their families, and may the young men in WSU University, may they rest in peace. I hope this Greek lifestyle gets more rules and regulations, and that the university takes it serious, whether it's inside the campus or outside the campus. These students have been sent by their parents and loved ones to get an education, not to die so soon. Please like, share, and subscribe.